Hit the request. Okay, how do you do that? Go live. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yes, it is coffee. Yeah, there we go. It worked. All right.
It worked.
Okay, everybody. Thank you for joining on what day is today? Wednesday. Yeah, the off-season news track of days. But this is Alexa. She is the president and CEO of the North Valley Community Foundation, and we've worked together when there was obviously there's been some natural disasters that have hit the North State pretty hard the last few years. Camp Fire especially, which burned down much of Paradise, California, which is only 10 minutes from my hometown. We got involved in North Valley. North Valley Community Foundation has been an amazing partner. And so we're coming here today again with some more announcements. This time, as Alexa is going to get into, but we're going to try and take care of small businesses in Northern California, especially in Butte County, where I was born and raised. And Alexa, you can take it away after that intro.
Yeah. Thank you, Aaron. Well, as you mentioned a couple of years ago, and I just first want to start out by thanking you. And I know this, everybody on this live stream are yours and supporters of yours, and so many of your fans came through during that campfire and during the recovery. It was amazing. You're not only your sponsors, but your fans. We saw donations flooding in from all over the country, which really, to me, is just a sign of love for you. And I just want to thank you, but I want to also just a chance to thank them. So, and here we are again. Your big, huge heart. You show up. You just run in when we need you most. And our small businesses, like across this country, have just been, devastated by the pandemic. Many of those that aren't deemed essential have been had mandatory. So our retail and our restaurant businesses here locally have just been absolutely devastated. So in conversations with you and your heart space and your constant desire to help out our local community, but of course across the nation as well, kind of dreamed up this idea of not just giving to the local nonprofits, which we do, and the Community Foundation has done really since the early days of this pandemic, but an opportunity to help the small businesses. A lot of in rural communities across this country, small businesses really are the lifeblood of a community and its vitality. It's where we get our food. It's where our kids work. It's just such an important part of our community. And so when you showed up with that awesome with Barstool that you took advantage of and participated in, and then an interest in doing it with the Community Foundation locally, we're just thrilled. So, I can share the details of it, but because I have you right here in front of me virtually, I'd love to just ask you, because our audience is listening as well. What is it that's moving you to do this? I mean, you just show up for us over and over again, our community, and I just wanted to hear from you. What's in your heart with this?
Yeah, thanks. First of all, I would like to highlight what Dave Portnoy and Barstool has done. I mean, the lives that they are changing is incredible. And, we've been talking about this, you and I, for a long time, over probably a couple months now, floating some ideas around. Just wanted to jump in with what Dave was doing because they were off and going, and they were putting out videos that put a face, to this, the issue of what's happening to the middle class. I think it hits me, especially because being in my late 30s now, mid to late 30s, there's so many of my friends, who I grew up with, high school and college with, that are in the middle class now. They're the small business owners. They're the people who have taken their education, been out in the corporate world working or figuring out what their trade is, and have started, their own small business, and they've been getting rocked, especially in California, because of the pandemic, because of the protocols, and I think it's important that we don't leave the middle class behind because that's the backbone of our society. I mean, that is the working that middle class that so many of us grew up in, whether it was lower middle class or upper middle class for so many of us. But that's kind of the backbone of society, and such an important part of our economy is small business. And in Chico, growing up there and going to high school there and junior college just down the road, there's so many incredible places that I grew up that are not not the chain places. They're the one-offs that make our community in Butte County so special and are part of the fabric of the community. And I think that's what we want to do as Barstool has really taken just such a national view of this and done some amazing work. This is just an add-on to that, and through your great foundation and the amazing work that you guys have done helping people out, recovering from the campfire and just trying to get back to some semblance of normalcy. And then 2 years later, this pandemic hits, and there's a lot of people still struggling. So this is another outlet to just get us through the pandemic. It's still, it's crazy to think we're almost a year into this, and there's not a real bright hope, kind of that light at the end of the tunnel. But this is to get people through. And as we'll talk about more, and there'll be more information, this is, we're really looking for businesses that are those unique businesses that have been around for a while, that have 20 or less full-time employees that have been still trying to pay their employees and keep families afloat and keep their business afloat, as we've seen with so many videos from Dave and his people. People are taking second mortgages out on homes. They're going and digging in their savings, retirement, just to kind of keep things going. And we just want to be that buffer, that hope as we get through this together.
Awesome, thank you. And I think that's just the perfect way to say we have a brand new fund. It's the Aaron Rodgers Small Business COVID-19 Fund Foundation. It's all the information is going to be on our website immediately after.
We went with that long of a name, huh, Alexa?
I had your middle name in.
Okay. All right. That's perfect.
Listen, they're going to go to something really easy, which is nbcf.org. And there's going to be two ways to get really involved in this. The first, of course, which is the heart of the matter, for small businesses in this Butte County and local community to go ahead and apply. We want them to put in a very simple application. Just let us know what their story is, what's happening, because to your point, we know they're wrapping their arms around their business and those employees that they have and trying so hard not to let anyone go, trying so hard not to have any layoffs. But because of the devastation economically, it's been very difficult. So we want to very quickly get the money out that you've contributed, more than $500,000 to this fund, and we've already raised an additional $200,000. We want to get this money into the hands of our small businesses now. So they can go ahead and apply at nbcf.org to do that. But I also put another area on the website right next to that really long fund, and your sweet faces are there as well, so nobody can get lost on the site. If folks are out there, especially here in this local community, and their business that hasn't been affected, or even more, is thriving, there are some areas of our economy that are actually thriving during this pandemic. I just want to encourage those business owners that maybe even had a large contribution, a PPP from the federal government. If this is really the time for them to contribute as well. So if they want to get involved in this, we're going to be giving out grants of between $2,500 and $15,000 to dozens and dozens of small businesses. Anybody that wants to contribute here locally on that side of the equation, we just welcome their contribution into this fund. We're going to be quickly vetting these businesses to make sure that in fact they are small businesses, locally owned and operated, and we're going to get that money out the door. Because to your point, this is just about a little light at the end of the tunnel, just a little bit of hope. We know they're doing everything they can, but as we all know, this is out of our control. No matter how good you are at business, these barriers, it's just not anything we can all handle by ourselves. So I just want to encourage folks, nbcf.org, either apply now, or if you can, donate now, because it takes all of us, it takes all of us.
Yeah, so, the hope is that with this Instagram Live and with the press release we're putting out, that we can kickstart this and get going quickly, because we know people are in need right now, and who knows how much time we have left to save these businesses. So we're just really saying, hey, go out to nbcf.org and apply. And this won't be a long, drawn-out process. This will be a very quick process. Alexa and her staff are standing by to go through applications. There'll be a video submission. And I'm looking forward to seeing some of those as well. I have so much love and nostalgia wrapped up in so many great places up in the North State and Chico area, which make our town, and I'm excited to be involved again. This is uh, this is the special part of the opportunity that I'm given based on, what I've been blessed to do for so many years in the NFL, and I'm excited and so thankful for people like Alexa and the NVCF because we have the same heart. We just want to help people. So go to nvcf.org. If spread the word, if people are not watching this, need help, and let's get the word out. Let's start helping people. And if you can donate, fantastic. We already had an amazing $200,000 like anonymous donation that we're so thankful for. And the more money we raise, the more people we can help. So thanks for being on here, Alexa. Can't wait to get going. She and her team, like I said, are entirely ready for you. I'll put a link up in my bio
Great.
to the page, and let's spread the word and start helping people.
I'm just going to say it again. Thank you. You're an amazing humanitarian. And I know everybody loves what you do on that field, and I do too. I appreciate it. But your heart and the way you show up and the way you care, it's so genuine. And I'm very grateful for you. We're very grateful for you.
Well, I appreciate that, and keep doing the great work that you guys are doing. And
Thank you.
let's just stay strong. Butte County, Chico, Paradise, Warville, every town up there that is so special to me and to Alexa and the foundation. Get the word out and hang in there. There's some hope on the way.
All right. Thanks, brother.
Everybody, thanks for tuning in, and I'll probably do another live at some point now that I get the hang of it.